Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is Friday, the 2nd of March, and I just got off work not too long ago, and I did get another video in the week, even though it's Friday. Um, it's grading time right now, so I've spent the last 2 nights doing nothing but grading papers so that I could get them in on time. Which is basically the entire month's worth of work I had to grade for pretty much all of my students. So as you can see, we're in a different location. We're in the living room. I am waiting to pick up my husband from the train station. I didn't film yesterday because he was home all day, and so I didn't get the chance to. Not much to report. I know last time I talked about what my next project was going to be, and I completely had forgotten what I had signed up for. So, for those of you that don't know, back in 2015, I believe it was, I had signed up for the George Washington crosses the Delaware, large piece. I don't know. It's basically a huge project that 118, I believe, people are doing. We each get a section to work on, and we basically we have 5 years to do it. It took a while to get everything was donated, so the fabric, the floss, needles, even needle holders, needle threaders, basically everything that we would need except for scissors, were donated by the companies. So we're using Sullivan's floss, and we are using witch hilt fabric. I think it's 18 count Ada. It's Ada of whatever count it is. I think it's either 16 or 18. But anyway, the largest piece, or sorry, not the largest piece, the piece, when it's done, is going to be, I believe, no, don't quote me on this because I could totally be wrong. If I remember right, it is going to be 30 feet by 50 feet or something. That could be way off. I think it's more 10 by 30 feet, I think. Something like that. Anyway, my piece is about, got it in front of me, so I think my piece is about 2 feet long. And yeah, my measurements are way off. Well, not my measurements, but it's going to be a very, very large piece after all is said and done. But anyway, so there's 118 different stitchers that are working on it. I got piece number 108. And my piece is entirely blue with a little bit of somebody's hat that's on the very bottom. So hang on a second and I will show you what my piece looks like. So here's my piece. So you can see the little bit of the guy's hat right down here. This is the very right hand border. And it is, as you can see, pretty much all blues, which show up, I think, pretty true to color. And as you can see, it is very large and very little color change. And I'm pretty sure most of those colors are down in the hat. Let's see if we can lighten it up a little bit. Not really. But anyway, I'm not going to show the pattern. Instead, you can see since I'm actually stitching in the living room, there we go, which is almost put together. We are still planning on redoing the fireplace into white or something along those lines, but I figured out how to get my stand out here. It's not ideal. It would be better if I could flip this to the other side. I just have been lazy about it and haven't done it yet, but for those of you that wanted to see my stand, It's basically just the base with the arm. So I think I showed it off before. It's similar to the Lowry, but I did make some modifications. Like up here, I can put in a pin. I couldn't find a clamp that worked, so I can just put a pin in here, and then hold it in place when I need it. But right now, because this piece is so large, I need it to be straight up and down. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it. Whoops, sorry about that. I moved the pillow, which knocked the stand. So here is the piece so far. And so what I'm doing, this particular color, which is similar to 931 in DMC, there we go, is the most colors, or the most of the color. So there's 131,000 stitches that are in this color, and so I decided, since it was the very upper leftmost color, sorry I have the hiccups, that's the color I chose to start with. And what I decided to do is go ahead and go across the entire piece. So this is the entire length, or sorry, the entire width of the piece. And I'm working my way back currently across this last row right here. And so what I figured is that we have 5 years to do the piece. I do not want it to take that long. So this is going to be my focus piece now that I can bring it out in the living room. This is going to be my focus piece until it's done. And it's pretty much going to be like Paradise, where I just work on it nonstop until it's completed. In order for me to get it done in about 1.5 years, I would have to do 1 row a day. There's 551 rows, which would be 551 days if I could do 1 row a day, which would be about 1.5 years. I'm going to try to do it sooner than that. I'm aiming for 2 rows a week. And the project started on George Washington's birthday, which was last Thursday. Since it is currently Friday, I should have 16 rows done. As you can see, I'm not nearly that close, but that's going to be my project for the weekend. So I'm currently working on row number 7. But I couldn't work on it last weekend because we had family over and we're redoing all of our baseboards, which you can see we got them in here after we put the floors in, but they're not totally done, so. But they're looking pretty good if I do say so myself. But yeah, so that's been our project of the moment, which we're going to do some of that this weekend, but we really don't have that much more of it to go. Once we got the right equipment, we got the entire living room done and a bit of the hallway, and it took, I'm going to say like 4 or 5 hours, but we also had to spend most of Saturday putting in the floors, so, which I realized we didn't get more of, so we may not be able to do that this weekend, so I may be able to stitch all weekend, so, because we have to get another set of another box of flooring to fill in like the couple of little gaps and stuff, because we did do all of the floor ourselves. But yeah, so that's how much I have done so far. Hopefully next time I talk to you guys will be next week sometime. We don't have, as far as I know, any plans this weekend to go anywhere. And we don't have any plans next week, I don't think, to go anywhere. Obviously this project is too big to take in the car, so when I go to Vegas, I will be taking Electra to work on, because the only other on-the-go project I have at the moment is Princess Aurora, and she's too small to do in the car because she's on a 36 count fabric, so it's too small for me to be able to stick the needle through the holes with all the little bumps and stuff along the road. So We'll see how much of Electra I can get done. I will pack up another pixie to do just in case I happen to finish her on the road, because it is about 6 hours there and 6 hours back from Vegas. But that's not until the week after next, so I should be talking to you guys before then, hopefully. But until then, I will see you guys all later. Thanks for stopping by. Bye.